Hello and good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. Welcome to our session this week with this in my hands-on seminar, Profitable Trading with TDW Trade Finder and Bookmap. And we will discuss and I will show you how to find high probability trading opportunities. So thank you for your participation, and I'm really happy. I'm a little bit, I have so-called stage fever. But anyway, I'm really happy to have you here in this virtual room. I regret that we can't meet in person. I hope one day it will it will happen to meet you all in person and to discuss and to trade and have some fun. But anyway, thank you again. So I'm really happy to have Bridge with me, Bridge as well. I missed you a long time and I'm really happy that you are here. Chris, mate, great to have you here again with me. Welcome. Christoph, welcome to the seminar as well. Ed, happy to have you around here. By the way, Ed, I hope all my emails will come through or you received everything I sent. Frank, great to have you here again. And Jay, yes, good to see you in the seminar. I'm happy to discuss with you everything here. Karen, I don't know you, but anyway, you are welcome as everyone. Levi, yes, Levi is from Israel, and it's really great to have you here in this live seminar, 4-day live seminar with us here. Myron, I would suppose it's Myron. Welcome to the seminar. Ramo, hey, great to have you in my seminar. And I promise you, you will learn some interesting views how to trade and how to, how to trade the market, how to see the market, as we discussed we are via email. Robert, welcome to the seminar. Srinivas or Srini, great to have you here in this in the seminar, in this room. Tom as well. Yulas, I'm not sure how to spell you, Yulas. So great to have you here, and Eve as well. So yes, Yulas, thank you. Eve, yes, thank you very much to be with us this week and with me this week. So I suppose you can hear me and I suppose you can see me on my video. Is this right? Can you type on Y in the chat? Just okay. Good. By the way, guys, in this seminar we will work on from my point of view, on the main goal to make every one of you here in the room. And there are still some missing participants, but I hope they will join us along the day and the next days, I'm sure. We will work on the self-confidence in trading. And I'm 100% confident and sure that I can make you robust and to finally make money in your traded market. We will talk about futures, we will talk about stocks as well. And I will, as you maybe you have seen in the documentation, I will talk a little bit about options, because options and the influence on the markets is extremely important. I will go through the intention of this goal for this seminar in the next minutes with you. And finally, will prove what I'm lecturing here with TradeFinder and Bookmap. This is like looking through a microscope and see what the market really discloses nearly every day. Not every day. It is not a 100 proved system, but you will see that nearly every day what the market is offering us. I don't know who joined right now. Let me see. Raymond, Myron, maybe I missed someone here. Argo, oh yeah, great, Argo, you are here. And Sebastian, good to have you here again with us in this seminar. Argo and Sebastian, welcome. And one word before we continue. So as you can see, we are from totally different countries here with different knowledge, with different languages. And I would like to ask you to respect all members in this seminar and help everyone, if you can, as you can, to rise to a level where we all gain more and more self-confidence in what we are doing in trading. This seminar is planned to be 4 days. My intention first was to do 2 days of theory and then 2 days live trading. I'm not sure whether we can make it in 2 days of theory. You see, you have seen you have hopefully the documentation in front of you, and you see the 120 pages. It's I don't know what will be the outcome. So I ask you kindly maybe to reserve a little bit more time in the evening in European time, and in the afternoon US time, to stay here in the room and to discuss all what I have prepared, and then let's see what happens and what time we need this week for the 4 day seminar. Most important is, my intention is not to preach. My intention is not to talk and to do a monologue here in this room. My intention is, and our intention should be, to have a vivid discussion in the room here. Not only in the chat, but with the audio. So I hope everyone has a microphone attached to his laptop, PC, whatever you might have, and then yes, please use your microphone. You are muted right now, but you can unmute you at any time you want to discuss, you want to throw in something which is important for our seminar, which is important to discussion, to clarify a lot of questions which might come up during the theory, because something of this this documents and this topics might be very new to you, and therefore please use the microphones. If you want, you can even put your video on so that we can talk virtually on Zoom here. That would be great if you can do that. So I will encourage you, discuss with us, discuss with me. I will try to answer every question if I can, of course. I think I'm quite confident that I can answer the most questions, but I'm not sure though. So we will see what happens. So microphones are open. In the recorded videos, yes, the videos will be recorded. The session will be recorded all 4 days. I think, all 4 days, especially today, tomorrow, and Wednesday and Thursday will be recorded. As I wrote, I don't have the time to cut and edit the recordings for every day. I will do that in the near future when I have a little bit more time. And therefore, when we discuss, so when Jay or Karen or Tom or someone is talking to us here, I can't prevent that the first name appears in the discussion and will appear on the recorded video as well. So please keep and respect the copyrights and keep the recordings with you. They are not intended to be distributed outside this seminar, of the seminar members and this, let me say, room. Another point is the power and internet interruptions. I hope everything will go well. So now we don't have any power interruptions, internet or hardware issues or whatever. If that happens, and that happened in the past one time, and that's my nightmare, if it happens, we have to find another day, maybe on weekends, some Saturday and Sunday, as a backup to discuss and to go through the material you have in front of you. So please keep in mind, if something happens, we have to find another day to accomplish and to finish the seminar and to get to provide where I can provide everything I want to show you and to discuss with you. If that happens, I'm sending you an email, and therefore please be sure that my emails from wtl@ttwtrader.com are not going into your spam folder of your email program, whatever you have. And one of the other nightmares is when I'm sending out material and then the email program bounces back, and then it's really hard to get in contact with you because I have only your first name and surname, of course, and the email. Good. Then the power interruptions and Okay, good, guys. That's the first. That's the first few minutes of this seminar, just to make some organizational, to play some organizational ideas I have with it, with you. So microphones are open. You can use your video or cam, whatever you have. That will be great. So we have another participant, and I can't see that here on maybe it's Robert, I'm not sure. So I can't see that here on Zoom because it goes goes from A to Z and Y, and it's not doesn't show who enters the room here. Okay, great. Anyway, again, guys, welcome to this seminar, and you will see we will have an exciting and highlighted week, or 4 days at least. Okay, first of all, as I mentioned, this presentation and video material is protected by international copyright laws. I ask you kindly, because this is a big effort, I put a big effort in this presentation, in the logic, in the structure of this seminar. Please don't distribute it outside, and please keep the privacy, as I mentioned before. So no part of this publication and video material may be reproduced, distributed, or transmitted in any form or by any means, including photocopying, recording, or other electronic or mechanical methods, without the prior written permission of the publisher. I kindly ask you to do so, and because it's really worthwhile, you will see and will you value the information at the end of the seminar, and as well we will discuss that as well. The seminar end is not it's not the end of everything. We are in the room, we will be in the room, and we can discuss everything in the Discord room. I'm talking about the Discord room as well. So then the really necessary risk disclaimer. Risk disclaimer here, as you know, trading is risky business, and it's not suitable for every investor. The highly leveraged nature of futures trading means that small market movements can have a great impact on your trading account, and this can work against you. If the market moves against you, may sustain a total loss greater than the amount you deposit into your account. You are responsible for all the risk and financial resources you use. You should not engage in trading unless you fully understand the nature of the transactions you are entering into and the extent of your exposure to loss. Trade only with risk capital, which means that you trade with money that, if lost, will not adversely impact your lifestyle and your ability to meet your financial obligations. Past performance is not necessarily indicative of future results. And if you do not fully understand this risk, you must seek independent advice from your financial advisor. Okay, that's important, but as well you have agreed to the T&Cs for this seminar. Let's start. Slightly jump in into the seminar. I would like to start with this slide, paradox of indicators. Because, as I mentioned several times, I would like, and that's my intention, that's my attitude, I would like to trade and not to guess. And as you see, indicators can have different meanings. Nothing against indicators, ladies and gentlemen, nothing against. We all need indicators on the chart. That's all good. But what I would like to make you a little bit more sensitive about the indicators is that, as described here on this chart, when Rob says, why should I buy gold here, then the answer might be it's hitting support and has room to run. Excuse me. And when Phil decides to sell gold at a certain price, then the answer might be it's resting on support and it's going to break through. So the paradox of indicators is that we are now 20 people, 20 individuals in the room here. And that means if we are relying on indicators, it doesn't matter what indicators we have, then that might lead to 20 different opinions, if not even more than 20 different opinions. What we see, what we experience, it depends on our trading experience, trading time, screening time, and so on and so on. There's a bunch of there's a bunch of there's a bunch of situations where we copycats will be eaten. There's a bunch of indication individual situation where you see an indicator and you see, let me say, yes, something else or anything else in this indicator. So your interpretation of this indicator might be totally different than my interpretation or our interpretation of the indicators. And that's the paradox of the indicators. As well, guys, I'm not saying that I'm not at all against indicators. We should and we have to have them. That's completely okay. But what I want to stress during these 2 days here with you is that I would want to show you that we should not guess. We should interpret something on the chart. We should have the same opinion, and that's really an art of trading. We will talk about liquidity very shortly, in a few minutes. And I think when I'm talking about it, to give you a picture, what I have in my mind is when we see liquidity on a chart, especially I'm talking about Bookmap here, then I think all 20 or all participants here, all members of the seminar will say, yes, there's a liquidity. And there is no room for interpretation because there is liquidity. Liquidity can be there for a long time, for a short time. It can be cancelled, of course. But we want and we will rely on facts. On facts, that means when we see liquidity on chart, then there is liquidity on chart, and there is no other interpretation. Let me say possible. So additionally to this, additionally with this paradox of indicators, I will show you my holistic market overview. My holistic market view, what I'm trying to show, and we will see that in the strategy section. So my idea for the seminar was, first of all, we have to set a foundation. Some of you have been a part of my prior seminar, which was really a long one, 5 days. I put together 300 pages of documentation and sheets and so on. And what my intention is to set a foundation here first today and maybe tomorrow. I'm not sure how we are progressing, because you have as well to digest all this knowledge of all this information I'm giving you today. And then we are going to build a strategy upon this foundation. And what I want to show you, that we should have a holistic market overview and holistic view on the markets we are trading. You let it be as it is. We will talk about later. If with our different opinions on the available indicators there would be no market, yes, of course. The question is now, we want, and that's one of my goals, to be more confident about what we see on the chart. We can discuss about an RSI, we can discuss about, Elliott waves, for example. Is this a wave 3 or is this not a wave 3? Is this an ABC correction or not? We can discuss that day in, day out. But what we want, and that's the goal of the seminar, I'm coming here to this, what I want to achieve this week with you is, I would like to training your amygdala, I'm not sure if I pronounce it right, amygdala, to trust you. And that might be a little bit off, or that might be, I'm not sure really. If you have something to say, use your microphones. The microphones are open. So again, I don't want to talk all the time here because it's really demanding, but if you have to say something, use your microphones. Be so free, don't be shy. That might be a little bit strange when I'm saying I want to train your amygdala or your brain to trust you. As well, you see the where I've got this information from is the Chimp paradoxon. Oh, I see there's a typo. By Professor Steve Peters. So I'm holding. Where is the camera here? So the chimp paradoxon. I would like to motivate you to read this book, The Chimp Paradox. What is it? Very, very briefly, very, very short to get you on board. Let's imagine we are sitting around the fire 1 million years ago, and we even maybe don't know what this yellow hot stuff is where we are gathering around, and we are simply putting our hands to feel and to understand what we see here. What's this event? What's this stuff here? Then we will burn our fingers first, and then we will get back with the hand and maybe look what happens with my hand, and maybe we will do that 2 times. But I doubt that we will do that 3 or more times because if if we want to protect and stay alive, then our brain is the most fascinating organ in this universe we are living in. It's really amazing. And what I'm saying is, we have a fear center. And that's the fear center of every one of us. There is no exception. Of every human being is the amygdala. And that means when you burn your fingers or your hand 2 times, I doubt that you will do that 3 or 4 times, because this part of our brain tries to protect us. That's our life surviving mechanism in our brain, which tries to protect us, to make mistakes, to put our lives on concern and so on. And that's the amygdala. But besides all the normal natural behaviors we experience as individuals every single day, we have the same behavior in trading. We have the absolutely same behavior in trading. So first of all, when I started trading, I was with Larry Pesavento and Bryce Gilmore. When I started, they have been on his harmonical patterns. They have been on harmonical patterns. And then I was totally excited about what I saw. That was 2000 and later when the crash started. And it's normal. Then you start trading. You learn volume profile, market profile, Elliott waves, gun times, whatever. Is that you start, and maybe it works even. It starts to work, and then you are excited because you are, maybe your dream come true or whatever the motivation you had. But by the time this declines, so you start to make errors, to make failures. You see your account deteriorating by the time, and that's where your amygdala, your chimp inside you starts to scream, no, don't do that, no, execute, no, don't do that. It's simply a protection mechanism. It's a protection mechanism within us. And why is that? Why is that protection mechanism here? Why don't you trust yourself to execute a trade? I mean, there are for sure several reasons why we can't. Oh, you see, look here. I missed this trade by 2 points or 2 ticks or whatever. Oh, I missed it, and then some relaxation is coming into your body, and oh God, I missed it. Yes, it's not bad. I'm sad, but I missed it anyway. This is the contradiction between the system within you, the chimp paradox, and the chimpanzee in you is saying, don't touch it. It's dangerous. Your account it goes against zero. You lost everything. Don't do it. That's the sole purpose of the amygdala, of the fear center, to prevent you to lose your life. And the same, the same behavior, we see that in trading. And why is that? Why is that in trading? That's because we rely on different views. We rely on interpretation. We rely on maybe other gurus or whatever at the end, and it confuses us more than it makes us self-confident. In this seminar, in this very short seminar, I must say 4 days is nothing, I will show you that you can understand what the market is doing. And when you don't understand what the market is doing or what the market is showing you, doesn't matter, we will talk about futures, we will talk about stocks, then keep your hands off the market. And what is the learning effect, or what will be the learning effect? When you understand the holistic market view, I will show you in the seminar, then you will gain self-confidence in your execution. And by the way, the most important part of our being as human being, of us as individuals, is when you get step by step, when you understand step by step what the market is doing, then you will get self-confidence, and the effect of your amygdala or your brain on this fear center is that a chimp will step back and let you do what you want to do. So trading is not a rocket science. You will see, I'm sure you will understand every point we are discussing within this 4 days here. I'm sure that's really nothing we need to have a degree in as mathematics or rocket science or medicine or whatever. No. But we are struggling because most of us struggling because we are not self-confident enough, and our chimp is always firing. Do not. And when you prove that you can trade, you will see the effect that the chimp will slow down. It will become more and more quiet, and then you can execute because the chimp starts to trust you. That's highly interesting. Again, guys, if you have the time, and So here's the camera here. If you have the time, go through this book from Professor Steve Peters, The Chimp Paradox. And you will, it is enlightened. So I just want to recommend it, to read that, because it's important. And that, by the way, why have this Mr. Steenbarger, and who's the other guy? I forgot. Steenbarger is more prominent, and there's other trading psychologists. They have really a good time right now, because a lot of traders need their help. Not because we are thinking, oh yeah, I have a problem with trading because my friend is telling me he is making everyday profits and I do not. What's wrong with me? That's totally nonsense. That's totally nonsense, ladies and gentlemen. We are good. We are wonderful individuals. So don't fall in on a trick or spam or whatever to saying you are not able to trade. It's not the ability to trade. It's simply that you should understand and see what the market is doing, and then you can become profitable. And the more profitable, even if it's a small steps, the chimp will understand that you are in full control, of trading, and then the chimp will step back and let you do your business. That's the goal. I will show you some why I think this approach is the best one. We will discuss this during the next days. So understanding a holistic market view, that what I recommend and what I will try to show you. Achieving the goals based on TTW, TradeFinder and Bookmap. That's simply because I think TradeFinder and Bookmap are genius. Genius, not pair but couple in this case. Because we can see events in the market where other simply just guess and can't even see. Even my colleagues from Bookmap do see that. And executing with an optimal risk-reward ratio. That's my goal as well. So I'm totally sure, guys, you can prove me and you will see that. I'm totally sure that you can execute with an optimal risk-reward ratio. And that in return will silence your chimp in you. So that this is a loop. The better you execute, even if you are going small steps with micros, for example, the better you execute, the silent your chimp will become. And that's the goal of the seminar. I'm looking forward to discuss everything with you here during the next days. I hope that we have some guys more. Alexander, hi, great to have you here. Okay, I lost it. I lost Alexander's iPhone. Okay, anyway, welcome to this seminar, guys. To those of you who joined the seminar right now. That's the goal, and maybe that is really something different. And tell you, okay, we are talking about market profile, and we will have here value at high and value at low, and maybe that line is other line. No, we are not. We try to make you a strong and confident trader. That's my goal this 4 days. I could lecture 2 weeks about this quite interesting dependence between our behavior, our brain, and trading as well. Any questions so far? Use your microphones. I think they are all open. If you have microphones on your laptop, if you have microphones on your PC. Nothing? Okay.
Looking forward to it. I have no questions so far.
Yeah.
Walter Schlini. Can you write the book name? Steve Peters.
Yeah, it's here. Just a moment. I put it in the chat here.
Thank you.
Oh no, better. Let me find it on Amazon.
That would be even better. Yeah, the
Yeah,
link.
yeah,
Please.
the link is better. I have a little different paperback here. Why can't I find it? Oh, it's a new one, The Hidden Chimp. Maybe this one as well, and then
Yeah, Walter. The new one is red color box.
yeah, it is.
Is that the same?
I'm not sure. So just to see that there must be an. I tried the ISBN. I don't know whether that helps. I'm a little bit astonished. I didn't know that this is really maybe an. It's quite an actual. Let me find this. So there's a excuse me, ISBN number, and I think it's you can find it by them. Okay, guys, it's the Chimp Paradox by Professor Steve Peters. A wonderful book. A wonderful book. It's not only about trading, but also as well about our whole life. It's nothing what we are talking just in trading, but it's the same behavior, simply the same behavior. Okay, guys, if you have questions again, please cut in and ask or discuss with me or with us here. So this shouldn't be a one-way monologue here by myself, but it should be a discussion with you because it's quite important. It's absolutely important for me. That's my goal, to give you the best I can do here, and then even to coach you then in the Discord room if possible. Okay, good. Then let's go here to the syllabus. I don't want to go through all this points here, but you see what we are facing in what's in front of us. We will start with the market basics because some of you here, I'm sure, you know what the market basics are, and but anyway, this will be the foundation, and I cut what I could cut out of my presentation, form of presentation, I mean, to pick only the highlights, and I will show you that based on TradeFinder, because I think TradeFinder is an excellent tool. You have just to understand how to use it, and you will see how genius it is. Let me see, a little bit exaggerated, but it's really helpful. So we will go through the auction until up to the volatility correlations. I will talk a little bit about options. I'm not an option expert right now. I will do more in options next year. But just to give you an idea what impact options on in our daily business has. and have, and that's important. But then my idea is, after today, I'm not sure whether we can do that completely today. If not, it doesn't matter. We can easily start tomorrow and continue with market basics, then go to the strategies. We have the Wednesday, we can continue with the strategies. What I want to show you is the relation, what I'm talking about, to the actual market. The actual settings, what I'm using in TradeFinder and so on, just to get everything straight, to connect every of these points. So look at the market basics as puzzle pieces, and as well as the strategies. These are all small puzzle pieces. And as I mentioned, I would like to make you, or to raise you and our trading probability greater than 50%. It would be great if we can reach 60%. That means 6 out of 10 trades are successful. Even if we can, the maximum, I think the maximum is 7. The maximum is 7, because there is no holy grail, or there are no 100% strategies or whatever out there, but we can connect everything, all these pieces together, put it into a picture where we see what the market is doing, and then we can and we will be better than 50%, and we should be better than 50%. We will talk even about 30%. That's as good as well when the risk-reward ratio is given, so a good risk-reward ratio. Strategies, we will talk about sweep, hidden order, icebergs, dynamic iceberg development, DID. We did by the way, the TTW, my team here, Trading to Win team, is doing an intensive forward and back testing and forward testing. That's not simply selling or offering an indicator like TradeFinder. No, the main purpose was to find a way in the market, to understand the market, and maybe to prove that on back testing and forward testing based on based on MBO data, if this idea or this strategy works or not. So guys, again, microphones are open. Let's talk about every single piece here, and let's discuss it controversially. It's not a love event. Although I love you all, but that's not a love it. So we need to discuss, to understand what we are doing here, and then it will help you to become a sustainable trader. Price dynamics plot, that's a great invention for futures. Daily institutional levels, I will talk very briefly about them, because they are, that's really obvious what they are. Business done pattern, I added it to this presentation. Cheat sheet features and for futures and stocks, and there's an addendum. I added market volume pro, but we don't have the time to talk about every single step piece of this. Documentation is available as PDF. Every one of you should have the newest PDF. By the way, the version of the PDF is on the front page. 11.14.2021 is the latest. If you find typos or something strange here in this presentation, or maybe a term has not the right meaning, please inform me. I will change that, and we'll resend the PDF, or the updated PDF then. You will get the recordings on vimeo.com with a protected access. Please respect copyright, and configuration files are publicly available on tradefinder.info/. Okay, settings. Good. So far, the introduction, the first 45 minutes, and I think what I wanted to show you, to tell you, is I have a really hard target, and I'm measuring myself based on the target. Okay, good. Any questions so far with this intro? Before we start before we start to dive into the basics. Okay. I don't see anything here. Do we need rhythmic future data or is DXVCME future data fine? We need rhythmic data to see all. Yeah. We can, to see icebergs and sweeps, we need market by order data, and unfortunately that's only rhythmic. And what is Sierra? What is the name of Sierra data feed? Not Cedro. I think rhythmic is the only one, and then the second one is Denali. Oh yeah, thank you, Denali. That's it. Okay, guys. For those of you, some of you will have been a part of my first seminar, which was really intense, about all this theoretical stuff around Bookmap and how to read Bookmap and what to see in Bookmap and so on. But what I want to do now, and I see that every day in the room, I see that every day with my Bookmap colleagues, and I see that based on the questions I'm receiving here, is the difference between liquidity and volume. That seems to be, yeah, let me say, not unknown, but it is really a little bit more, must need a little bit more explanation for everyone who wants to understand the auction. By the way, there's a group in, I think in the US, who are offering pit auction. How to say pit auction? This is a group who is dealing with the pit auctions as a leisure, yes, as a group where you can join and have fun with the pit auctions. That means really live auctions as they have been, I don't know, 10, 20, 30 years ago. So the main questions I would like to stress with you before we continue here is why do prices fall and why do prices rise? Before we can buy or sell anything, there must be an offer or a good of desire we want to buy. That's logical. If we want to buy fruits or vegetables or TVs or PCs, there must be an offer. We need to go somewhere to buy this goods, whatever it is. And on the other side, there must be people who are willing to sell something to us, or otherwise who are willing to buy something from us. This is a pure economical teaching, nothing really special. So that means in trading, we need a counterpart who is willing to provide something we can buy or we can sell to. We call this liquidity. So the goods we are buying in trading is liquidity, and there must be someone who is providing liquidity. So liquidity must be in the book. The liquidity must be in the book for every single instrument we are trading. So it doesn't matter futures or stocks, we need liquidity. Liquidity must be available in order to trade. If there is no liquidity, no one of us will trade or consume anything. That's simply impossible. Today, in today's markets, we trade. We take liquidity for granted. So when we go and trade, for example, ES future or CL future or gold or a stock, then we see the liquidity and it's there. We can buy a stock. We can sell a stock. We can buy an ES future contract, and we can sell an ES future contract. So that's for granted. We see that it's there, definitely. But it is not granted. Consider the current supply shortages over the world. For example, go look back in the last weeks. You can't buy an what was it, PlayStation 5, or you can't buy an NVIDIA high-end graphic cards, or you can't buy. We have a shortage of cars, Yes, car, great. Yes, that's what here in Germany especially, the cars are production is delayed or came to a stop here. The microchips, we are missing microchips. The shortages are great. So when we are talking about liquidity in trading, it seems so natural that this is there, but it's not. We need a liquidity provider. We need a liquidity provider in every market. We will talk soon about liquidity and their importance and significance in trading. It doesn't matter what you trade, by the way. Again, liquidity is far more important than icebergs, and we will talk about that. The second point, or what I want to say here, is that when you intend to trade, most probably you will not be the first. That means when you intend to buy on the daily market, wherever you are, vegetable or fruits, you must stay in a queue to do so. And that's the same in trading. So you will be a part of many, many others which are waiting in the queue to get a trade or to be filled. Either you are buying or you are selling. So that means you must wait until a so-called matching engine will match you, an arbitrator will match your order with someone who is willing to sell to you, or someone who is willing to buy to you from you. That's called the auction mechanism. And however, it seems that is not a part of our trading because we are focused on indicators and other, let me say, magic stuff. But keep in mind that everything you are doing on any exchange worldwide must come to the exchange and must be, it goes to a queue. It is a part of a queue, and then by the time it depends on how you place your order, market or limit, it will be executed, or you will find a counterpart. Let me say it's an individual. You have to find a counterpart who is willing to sell something to you or to buy something from you. What I'm criticizing, and guys, as well as I mentioned, microphones are open. What I'm criticizing in all the rooms I'm around here, especially in Bookmap, is that no one takes the dome, the order book, the depth of market as a serious source of information. It's really a serious source of information. It is important for high liquid instruments like, yes, it's not liquid anymore, but for example, treasuries. And it's hard to read for thin liquid instruments like NQ or CL or gold, and sometimes even, yes, when the volatility is high. What I wanted to say, I consider that as a mistake. Therefore, in this seminar, I will draw your attention the next days to the liquidity and volume model. And the liquidity and volume model, liquidity tracker, is the most important part, the most precious part of TradeFinder. And the liquidity model and volume model will guide us throughout our trading day. You will see that when we'll talk about hidden liquidities, relative hidden liquidity, and absolute hidden liquidity. It gives you such an, valuable and practical insight what the market is doing. We will talk about in a few minutes. So what I have here is simple an Excel file, just part of my other seminars. I would like very briefly to ask you, and that's your part now. I'm taking a short break here. Why do prices rise and why do prices fall? Let's discuss this. Just to be sure, we don't need to stay around here for the next hours and discuss this, but I wanted to
market orders.
Sorry?
Market orders?
Yes, and let's see. Let's say I'm just erasing this one. Let's say that's the order book. That's the dome, depth of market. The prices are here to the left from my from my side here, 150, 60, 70. This is the market bid and market ask. So what is needed to raise the price from 160 to 170? Chiara, hi. Can you display your screen? Do you see my screen?
No, I thought you were referring to the handout.
Oh. Excuse me. I'm was sure that I'm just displaying. Just give me a second. Just give me a second. I have to understand why you don't see my Excel screen. My Excel.
You have to choose your screen which you want to display, Walter.
Yeah, it is. It is. Give me a second. What the heck? Screen share. Why? Do you see my SPY?
You see your book map screen
Okay,
now.
okay. Can you see now the Excel file?
Yes. Yes.
Okay, something went wrong here, so I'm not sure what. If something is not working for you, you don't see my screen, you miss my voice, your video, whatever, please interrupt me immediately. Just a moment, please. So you see my presentation, brief introduction into an auction, and as well the Excel sheet. Is this right?
Yep.
Okay.
Just the Excel sheet.
Sorry?
Just the Excel sheet.
Okay, good. Okay, good. The Excel sheet right now is here on my screen, and you see this, let me see, this order book, the depth of market, where I want to restart here just to, the question is, why do prices rise and why do prices fall? So that's the question. So you see on the left side 160, that's the price, then 170 and so on. This is the price ladder here. You see this green is bid and this limit ask here is red, and on the ask we have 50. So my question was, and I hope everyone can be a part, just a moment here, be a part of the discussion. Everyone can be a part of this discussion. It's okay. I just have to manage my screens here. Excuse me. Good. The question is why and what do we need? What do we need to raise the price from 160 to 170?
You pick up that 50 offer.
Okay. So that means we need 50